know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
She's 25. She should have at least enough sense when people ask her to stop voicing her opinion to stop.
Time to grow up.
Hello and welcome to the Brothers Random Show. My name is Travis.
I'm Michael.
And we are two ordinary brothers discussing extraordinary ideas and some random shit. Michael, why are we here?
Today we're discussing Snow White, the remake. The whole internet is on fire with this, but we want to kind of jump in, put our 2 bits in. Couple of things. I'm going to start out with reading a tweet from the son of the producer of this film. The first tweet is from some guy I don't know, but he says, "Your dad flew to New York City to reprimand a young actress. Any words on this? Because that's creepy as hell and uncalled for. People have the right to free speech. No? Question mark. Shame on your father." Now, this is what Jonah Platt, the son of the producer, Mark Platt. This is Jonah Platt responding. "You really want to do this? Yeah. My dad, the producer of enormous piece of Disney IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics into the middle of promoting the movie for which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid and to do publicity for." Okay, that's kind of a key. To do publicity for. This is called adult responsibility and accountability. And her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. Free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people worked on this film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of all the colleagues and crew and blue-collar workers who depend on that movie to be successful. Narcissism is not something to be coddled or encouraged.
This is amazing. Talk about a smackdown.
Oh, wow!
Oh. You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?
Now, he obviously he's like a third party to this. Like he's probably never even met her. He's coming to his father's defense, which is perfect. And what he says there is complete and utter truth.
I think you have a right to say what you want to say, but do not expect that without repercussions. This, I think, applies or would apply for, especially we were talking about this the other day, right to work states.
Yes.
Where if you were an employee for, we could just throw out
like McDonald's.
You're an employee for McDonald's in the day of social media, where if you had millions of followers,
if it's a public forum and you're trashing McDonald's,
the place you work,
you
work for McDonald's and you trash McDonald's and say Burger King is definitely the place to be.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it just be within the rights of higher ups in the McDonald's franchises to say, you're done here?
You're done here. And especially in the public, like she's said some asinine things. The film was a flop, so everybody's pushing blame. Disney.
And to be fair, I don't know that it might have been a flop, whether Rachel Zegler said
said
the
anything or
crap
not,
that she
but
was saying.
Disney's trying to say that it was her fault. Disney put out, I think it was a Variety article that they were basically like, hey, she said all this crap and she hurt the box office. She couldn't, whatever she said some pretty stupid things. And this is the problem, I think, with stars having social media. Scarlett Johansson recently was asked, because she's got a movie coming out, a Jurassic Park movie of all things, and she was asked by the production company, like, can you get a social media account and start promoting the movie? And she's like, absolutely not. She's like, I'm not going to do that for you. Like that, no, there's no way. And which is a smart move on her part. Like I don't know hardly anything about her personal life or her political beliefs, and I like her a lot more because of it. And Rachel Zegler, I know a lot about her personal life and her personal beliefs, and I hate her. So there's this thing where the mystique of celebrity is destroyed by us knowing way too much about them. So
Well, and it's just unfortunate that somebody would go and actively hate against their half of the audience.
yeah,
Literally half of America.
Yeah.
She
got some, and then she said free Palestine when her co-star's Israeli. There's all sorts of really dumb crap that she's been pulling, and she deserved this smackdown completely. This guy's saying, yeah, you signed a multi-million dollar contract. You have no rights to say your personal beliefs while promoting a movie that's coming out. And it seems,
I believe actors and actresses sign these contracts, and they're supposed to help promote the film.
I think
like that's part of the contract.
She might be in breach of contract. There might be lawsuits later. Now this all goes away if the movie became a success, and it's not. It's a massive flop. And if the movie had been a success, all of this goes away. Nobody's talking about like all this stuff. If the movie had been good, you and I, full disclosure, we haven't seen the movie. We're not going to see the movie. I do not give two craps about this movie. I'm not planning on seeing it. I mean, I think the only reason it has gotten as much money as it has is because of morbid curiosity and people who are not in the know. So there's people who are just going to go to the movie theater, look at what's playing. Oh, the new Snow White. Okay, let's go to that. There's those people. Then there's people who are like, I've heard so much about this. I want to see what kind of train wreck this is. And I think those are the only two people going to this movie. Yeah. I think that maybe children are going because of their association with the original, but that's just because of the association with the original. Yeah. And the truth is Disney, I think, is finally reaping what they've sown. I think with these Disney remakes, they've been putting out and pumping out and pumping out and pumping out. And every time the quality is a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. And the budget on this thing ballooned to astronomical proportions. So this goes to a bigger problem with the younger generation. Now it seems like Jonah Platt might be a little bit older than her. He might be a little bit more mature than her. So he has a very unique perspective on this because his dad had to go fly across the country to shut her up. And she should, at this point, I think she's 25. She should have at least enough sense when people ask her to stop voicing her opinion to stop doing it. But it seems like it took a trip for him to get her to stop. And now they're in damage control for the whole thing. And the internet's on fire about these people. A lot of responsibility has to come from Disney because I bet you what was happening, because she's pretty young, so she's impulsive. She's probably in production meetings where people are voicing these opinions. And so she thought it was probably safe to say the shit that she said. She probably thought it was safe to say free Palestine because all the producers probably are all, semi-retarded, and they don't know the full weight of the problem with that statement. And then there's the statements towards Trump supporters, and it just seems like she's just parroting what she's heard in production meetings and on the set and all that kind of stuff. And she's not smart enough to think that there are other people who do not share these opinions.
Yeah, and she's probably adopted that and said, "Oh, okay, it's cool if I get on in front of the nation and alienate half of the nation because I've heard this, from other people behind closed doors. It's fine."
Yeah,
right. Whereas at least other people can probably put together that there is half of the nation that we still want to go see this film.
Yes.
That we don't want to tell them, don't come see my film if you voted for Trump, right? Half the nation did vote for Trump.
Yeah. Well, it's like what Michael Jordan said in the 90s. He's like, Republicans buy Nikes too.
Hello, I like money.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yeah, like
that was a more mature
way of thinking about
thinking is just that, hey, the other side buys my shoes as well.
Yes.
So I'm good.
The other side
going to talk about it.
The other side wants to take their kids to this as well.
Yeah.
She probably shares the same political beliefs as Bob Iger, the president of the company. The thing is about Bob Iger, he's not dumb enough to say to everybody, don't go to this movie if you voted for Trump. It's like, oh no, I want you to go to I want your money still.
It's about security.
What is that supposed to mean?
Money!
This is Disney's own fault. I think they created this monster of her, and she's getting most of the hate for it. I mean, she's an idiot. She probably deserves all the hate she gets. But.
Well, and I think this black flags her for a long time.
Yeah, I think she's probably got a career. Like Chris Gore said, she has a career on a Broadway stage and probably never in a movie again.
Yep.
So learn from your lessons, Hollywood. Maybe the people you hire should be smarter.
Turn this ship around, guys.
Come on, turn this ship around.
Don't alienate half your audience.
Thanks for joining us for that, audience. Check us out on social media, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just look for The Sword in the Skull.
If you like this video, you are the audience we are looking for.
Keep reading, keep listening, keep watching, learn more. We'll see you, brother.
See ya.
There you go, son. Now get out of here. You're bothering me.